Over Mashujaa Day celebrations, a body was found in Wajir.
My name is Dr. Daniel Zuriel. Been a pathologist for the last 17 years. And on Monday, the 21st, we traveled with a colleague and the family and the police and advocates and went to Wajir to conduct a post-mortem of a body that had been found 2 days before that in a body of water. We did conduct the post-mortem and found that the subject had died due to injury to the head. We call it blunt trauma to the head. Subsequently, because the body was significantly decomposed and we could not get fingerprints or any other form of identity, it was decided the only way to confirm who it is was to do DNA testing. Do the DNA, then we collected samples from the deceased or the decedent. We did collect samples from the mother of Mheshimiwa and also the brother to Mheshimiwa, Yussuf. On behalf of the family, I delivered the samples to Kemri. They have a special lab for human identification. The results indicate that this is not Mheshimiwa Yussuf because when we compare the genetic makeup of the deceased did not match with the mother of Yussuf and did not match with the brother.
To lay basis over this matter, Mheshimiwa was abducted in Nairobi. There could be no way he could have been taken to Wajir. We pressed in court that an habeas order be issued for the government to produce Mheshimiwa. The CCTV footages that the family has been looking for, the state has refused to provide those CCTV footages. The police are simply saying they don't have Mheshimiwa. We have demanded for the data of the telephone handsets. The state has refused to offer. When we became so hard in court, they made an application for this court to terminate this matter. We objected vehemently and the judge agreed with us and said we were to proceed yesterday. Today, the family pathologist has brought results from Kemri, a government facility. The government has not produced the results. We are putting the government on notice that if they did not bring the results simply because they want to cook the results, we have already the results from Kemri that are conclusive that Mheshimiwa is not the body that was there. I have very firm instructions from the family that that body was a decoy that was taken there so that it will be that Mheshimiwa is dead and he has been buried. Therefore, the matter becomes an investigation called an inquiry, an inquest.
This constitution cannot be replaced by the actions and activities of a criminal gang operating within the ambit of the security apparatus. And we are putting you on notice. The people of Kenya, and in particular Yussuf and the people he represents, will not be silenced by this cowardly and illegal approach. What we are seeing right now actually is total dilutance of every step that the government is supposed to take. I want to appreciate the community for your alertness, for your determination, for your courage, or for being around and for standing firm with Yussuf, because this, what has happened to Honorable Yussuf can happen to any other person. We just need to ask this question. There can only be two speculations. Yussuf was, I am persuaded, and I'm saying this today, that Yussuf is in the hands of the security apparatus, and the abductors are none other than the government security agencies. You know yourselves, there's nothing to fear. You know yourselves. If that was not the case, from the day of the abduction on 13th September to date, this government has one of the best investigative machineries in the world. Why has the government, through Safaricom, through other investigative means, not brought to the court the details of Yussuf telephones and all the other people that he has interacted with, and the CCTV footage of all the places, from the place where he was alleged to have boarded a taxi to where he was abducted? That clearly indicates that there can be two things. Either the government does not want to investigate, or there is another motive. So what we are asking, that era of oppressive approach, we have gone through the Malkamari massacre, we have gone through the Wagala massacre, we have gone through the Garissa massacre. This incident is not going to silence the people of this region. We'll continue to agitate for our rights. If there is an iota of suspicion by anybody, and the law is criminal responsibility is individual, you all understand. If there is any allegation against Yussuf, why not bring Yussuf to court? Why dump a decomposed body on a Mashujaa Day when Kenyans ought to celebrate? What was the intention? For people of Wajir to quarrel? To cause mayhem? I think these criminal elements within the system must be dealt with decisively, because they are not projecting, they are not promoting, they are not doing anything good for the people of Kenya, and by extension, the Republic.
We've come a long way as a country to address matters extrajudicial killings, and especially from the region that we have come from. We've handled many cases like this before, and I'm saddened that these are things that have been existing, and rarely do we get the justice that we deserve. What matters is that we do not remain silent in the face of injustice. We stand with the family of Yussuf, and we stand with the families of every other Kenyan, including that body that was found, whom we don't know who it belongs to. Because if we remain silent, then today it's Yussuf, tomorrow it could be us, especially as leaders. It's happening to fellow leaders like us. It's a concern, and we are not asking for any favor. The Constitution is not a storybook that was written to narrate to us. It was written there to protect the interest of both criminals and the righteous.
This is a government which came in on the promise that there will be no forced abductions, there will be no extrajudicial killing, there will be no human rights abuses. Today, the fact is that there exists a killer squad within government and the security apparatus masquerading as multi-agency. That is the name that is being used these days to circumvent the law, the constitution, and to abuse Kenyans left, right, center.
As human rights defenders, as civil society organizations, and as lawyers, we are extremely dismayed and perturbed by the continued forceful disappearance of Mheshimiwa Yussuf. This is a clear indication of the deteriorating situation of human rights in this country.